Let's continue our lesson of Thessalonica. Okay. There is a difference between has come and had come. Okay? The words has come and had come are completely different. Alright. Has come is in the present tense, which is Revelation chapter 19, verse 7. And has come is used in Revelation chapter 6, verse 17. Preparation for the marriage supper is done on earth. This is found in Matthew chapter 24, verses 42 through 46. Okay? Preparation is defined as righteous deeds of the saints. Now, how can the saints do righteous deeds if they're not on earth anymore? Now, this is talked about in Revelation chapter 19, verse 8. If the marriage custom of the groom taking the bride to his house is the marriage supper, then what is the custom of bringing her back to her house? Okay? If the bride is here and God takes us out of here, then one day he's going to bring us back. Where's that marriage custom? It doesn't exist. So, marriage supper of the Lamb has nothing to do with the pre-trib rapture. Period. The church of Matthew chapter 25 verses 1 through 13 is not the bride, but the virgins. So how does the marriage custom apply? It doesn't. Okay. The armies of heaven, which is Revelation chapter 19 verse 4, are clothed in Revelation chapter 19 verse 8. The deceased saints are already in heaven, according to Revelation chapter 6, verses 9 through 11, and Revelation chapter 14 through verse 13. Heaven can mean sky. Let's take a look at Revelation chapter 14, verses 14 through 16, Revelation chapter 11, verse 6, Revelation chapter 6, verses 13 through 14, Revelation chapter 12, verse 4, Revelation chapter 8, verse 10, Revelation chapter 16, verse 21, and Revelation chapter 9, verse 1. You'll see that heaven can mean sky. If the Old Testament saints can be resurrected at Revelation chapter 20, verses 4 through 6, yet that's not mentioned, then why can't saints, Christians who died before trib, be resurrected? There's no reason. John first saw the thrones. Then he saw who sat on the thrones. Then he saw the beheaded souls. And all of them lived and reigned with Christ for 1,000 years. That's what John saw. Okay? Revelation chapter 2, verse 26. Those who overcome in Thyatira will be given power over nations. Well, how can they overcome anything if they're not here to do it? Revelation chapter 3, verse 21. Those who overcome in Laodicea will sit with Jesus on his throne. Whoa! Matthew chapter 19, verse 28. Anyone who has followed Jesus will sit on the 12 thrones judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay. So that means that when John saw the thrones, and he saw who sat on the thrones, those were the saints. Period. Okay. And we can see similar type scriptures in 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 2 through 3, Revelation chapter 14, verses 14 through 20, Revelation chapter 1, verse 13, and John chapter 5, verse 27. Okay? Now, we've already talked about this. We're going to talk about it again. When Jesus comes, he is seen on a white cloud or in the clouds. Okay? That's the only time there is a rapture mentioned, is white cloud or in the clouds. Okay? And you can see this again in Revelation chapter 1, verse 13. Revelation chapter 1, verse 13 identifies the Son of Man as Jesus. It's that simple. Okay? Alright, the angel that comes out in Revelation chapter 14, verses 14 through 16, is carrying a message from God the Father to Jesus. The angel doesn't order Jesus, God the Father orders Jesus, and the angel is just relaying the message. Alright, now how do we know this? Because Jesus is always found doing God's will. John chapter 4 verse 34, John chapter 5 verse 30, John chapter 6 verse 38. Take a look at those scriptures. The righteous can't shine until the wicked are gathered and sent to eternal fire. Righteous are already gathered by that point. Matthew chapter 13 verses 37 through 43. Okay, another one. Whoever said that angels don't sit? Angels do sit. This is according to Matthew chapter 28 verse 2, Matthew chapter 28 verses 6 through 7, Mark chapter 16 verse 5, and Judges chapter 6 verse 11. Okay? Now, we are to compare the scriptures found in Revelation chapter 14 verses 14 through 16 to Matthew chapter 24 verse 31. This is Matthew chapter 24 verse 31. We're to compare that again to Mark chapter 13 verse 27 and 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 1. 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 verses 7 through 12 describes the judgment of the ungodly. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 3 describes the Antichrist and rebellion. And 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 8 says that Jesus will destroy the Antichrist. So, what about the elect? Matthew chapter 24 verses 21 through 31 describe the elect. Paul calls the church the elect. This is found in Colossians chapter 3 verse 12, 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 10, Titus chapter 1 verse 1, Romans chapter 8 verse 33. And then we're to compare Matthew chapter 24 verses 30 through 31 with 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 verses 16 through 17. Though 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 7 mentions angels and not angel, we can then compare Matthew chapter 24 verse 31. Even though Paul mentions one angel in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 verses 16 through 17, he does mention angels in 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 7. Okay? So, just because Paul says there's only one angel in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 verses 16 through 17, he is also then referring to angels in 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 7. Mark chapter 13 verse 27 says that Jesus will gather the elect. We've already established that St. Paul said the elect was the church. So Jesus is gathering the church. Whether Jesus, one angel, or many angels gather the elect makes no difference. This is all about a post-trib rapture. I think you figured this out by now. Alright. I will talk about more in the next lesson. Stay tuned.